My name is Anurag Rathore. I am a professor in Department of Chemical Engineering at IIT Delhi. And today I'll be talking to you about a project on continuous processing for production of biotech therapeutics. So why did we do this project? As you can see in the inset on the right hand corner, our per capita income compared to that of developed nations is very small, and that makes it very difficult for a common man to afford these therapies, and particularly biotech therapies, which are really expensive compared to their small molecule counterparts. And what continuous processing means is that currently all of the manufacturing of biologics is done what is called as batch processing, which basically means that you do one step and then you do the next step and so on. And continuous means that if I can combine and integrate all of these unit operations as a single unit, then I can just continue manufacturing from one end to the other without stopping. Now why would we do this? The reason, I think the benefits of continuous processing include primarily increase in productivity, and what we have seen is from our own experience that your productivity increases by almost 10 to 15 times. And what that means is that something which requires a large manufacturing facility can now be done in a relatively 1/10 of the size, which means significant savings in your capital cost as well as consumable cost. And so that's a major attraction towards implementation of continuous processing. So one of the key outcomes of this project is the continuous processing facility at IIT Delhi. And as you can see in the photograph here, and I also will show you a small video on the facility, we have laid down complete end-to-end facility starting from cell culture all the way to the final drug substance. And it's a lab scale, and I think it's one of a kind. To my knowledge, such a facility does not exist in India anywhere else. these are two of the major outcomes that we have had from this project. One is a continuous platform for what we call as microbial products, and these are products that are made in microorganisms such as E. coli and Pichia. And the second is a continuous platform for mammalian products, and these are the ones that are made in insect cells and mammalian cells as well. So some data that I would like to highlight is from a recent campaign that we did for Biotech. This was for one of their monoclonal antibody products called as itolizumab. And as you can see from the data, our mammalian cell culture platform did a fairly good job of that product. And you can see whether you look at process attributes or product quality attributes, there is enormous consistency in processing. Now, how does it, why does it matter, right? I mean, ultimately, it will only happen if it impacts your bottom line. So this is showing you, we did a pretty deep study to look at what are the implications from process economics perspective. And as you can see here, that what we have seen is that on an average, anywhere from 30% to as much as 70% cost savings can be realized, both for clinical and commercial manufacturing. And that's a substantial, that means a lot, because for most of the products that are made in India today, the cost of manufacturing for this class of products is a fairly large component of the overall cost of development. So if we can do this, if we can implement this, this will help with respect to affordability and accessibility of these products. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all my collaborators. In terms of existing collaborators, particularly Department of Biotechnology and Department of Science and Technology, both of them who funded this project. And then our industry partners, including Biocon, Agilent, Tata Consultancy Services, and Paul Life Sciences, who played a major role in us achieving this success. Going forward, we really intend to take these platforms into the manufacturing facilities, both for manufacturers in India and around the world. And we are partnering with a whole spectrum of vendors and manufacturers, as you can see on the slide. Thank you for your attention.